soul. I don't care if they hate me, this the life I chose. Jay-Z mocking Christ with his new movie. One day he gon' pay. You won't catch me partying with Diddy. I ain't TD Jakes. And Kirk Franklin's getting caught the LGBT cause he fake. I was in Tokyo getting in them scriptures. You can go ask Jay. Hey, real Christ gang. If you don't step, you not a member. Tell Dwayne Wade that's your son, it's not your daughter. Can't change genders. And you claim this stuff for Christ. How that's true, you don't want sinners. I don't care who get mad. Boy, don't try to check me, check your temple. Hey, Kid Cudi got mad cause I exposed him. I understand. They made you wear a wedding dress with another dude holding his hand. I don't wanna collab with none of these demon artists. We ain't friends, hey, unless we talking repentance and letting God change your plan. What's up with all these women artists? I think they witches, pin curses on all our daughters, so they grow up wicked. And Sassy Red get happy when little girls listen to her music explicit. Cause labels know corrupting our youth, it's real big business. Woo, boy, I'm out here preaching, can I get a witness? I called Lil Nas X a gay demon. They said I was tripping, now he's mocking Christ to promote his album like our Lord is a gimmick. And Lecrae made a video defending him just to keep up his image. Ayy, I'm not Drake, ain't no paint on my fingertips. God soldier, I'ma put a op on my demon list. Your money long, but I heard your songs, they all meaningless. They mad at me like I wrote the word, but I'm just preaching it. Ayy, everybody get exposed. Pray for all my foes, but it's that narrow road. Ayy, these rappers gon' sell they soul. I don't care if they hate me, this the life I chose. Ayy. Everybody get exposed, pray for all my foes, but it's that narrow road. Hey, these rappers gon' sell they soul. I don't care if they hate me, this the life I chose.
All lies will be exposed, that's all.
The scripts taught me who my people are. Tragic history. Now they practice the same magic of mystery. Slaves of infamy, homeborn for centuries. Soon as we born, the curses attaches themselves instant. Who you praying to? He isn't listening. First learn to repent, skip over that, and something's missing. We rebel-minded from birth, so we born dead, forever hungry, but tragically chasing the wrong bread. Unfocused and being misled. I want the world to hate me. If not, then I'm just like it, asleep, and you can't wake me. We want it all now, even more in Shiloh. But here and there oppose each other, pick you one to die for. All that I know is what the book has told me. It gave me the understanding for things that the world showed me. I boldly go where no rapper is dead to venture. Total system abandonment, tied in the scripture. For it's the work of Abraham, the separation, the promises and the covenant, the birthing of a nation. The consummation between two agreeing factors, bonded in blood. Saturate your mind within the chapters and verses. We're the bearers of the curses and the light. Degenerates who over time are prophesied to get it right. In spite of everything the world may seem to present, Aki is greater later, make you clean and repent. It ain't no justice if equity doesn't exist. I'd be remiss if I neglect to remind y'all of this. My dying wishes for rebellion, exit from it all. Ain't no change in Babylon, just let her fall.
Let her fall, baby.
Everything we've tried failed. Everything we've loved burned. Everything we were died. The lost to walk the earth. We sick of poverty, we the face at the bottom. Poster children for being oppressed and slaves here inside them. Our only out is to sell something and join. Pledge allegiance down on both knees to Nebuchadnezzar's coin. Whoever can hear me know what I mean, that's how I'ma leave you. Just know that I'm dropping true spill and you ain't gotta believe it. Don't even repeat it, say your breath, they defeated. They stomach is God, they only gon' hold something if they can eat it. I had to rap and run, cause people hear the skillin' and the first thing they think is getting a deal. Get behind me, Satan, chill. I was born to keep it real, this for Zion, the edifying the many, and the shatter global icons. A slick word for idol. Israelites destroy those. Fringed up and pure and heart is way deeper than clothes. I'm Messiah rose, reanimated. I first to do it, no fear at all. Cause all they can take is this red fluid. This life's a vapor here, gone before you blink twice. My thoughts are eternal and precise, kingdom minded. While many thinking I'm crazy and it's a dream, I want to go from flesh to Elohim, a lesser extension of the king. I used to disregard the earth, y'all forgive me. I learned and now I protect my home with everything that's in me. That's what I'm on now. Like all of the elect, we connect and expect the promise we believe will resurrect. The system here is the adversary of Yah's. Ain't nothing real that they offer us. All of it's a mirage. My dying wishes for rebellion. Exit from it all, it ain't no change in Babylon, just let her fall.
Everything we've tried, failed. Everything we've loved, burned. Everything we were, died. The lost to walk the earth. Everything we've tried, failed. Everything we've loved, burned. Everything we were, died. The lost to walk the earth.
Yeah, shalom, shalom, shalom. Like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. I am your host, Yeshua Judah. We got Ayob and Yahoo. We got Banat Salahaya as well tonight. And we also got a special guest coming in right now, Sister Delta, the Light Hebrew Magazine. We got a great show lined up for you guys tonight as well. I just want to say this here though before we get started. Ish gotta be at the top. Brother there is at the top of my Mount Rushmore on these truth artists right now, man. Say Ish, then you got Snipes, you know what I'm saying? It's some heavy hitters, say, and they coming out of that same area over there, say, as far as MC. So you got rappers, you got some other people, I don't know what they do. Then you got MC, you know what I'm saying? As far as MC in this cat here, man, say, I don't know what they do. They don't need them. Hey, it's like, I don't know, man. Hey,
I'm fired.
Look here, I kiss though, man. That brother, though, he be bringing the heat, though, man. That brother be barbecuing them tracks. You understand me?
Cooling, boy. Yes,
He be barbecuing them tracks. Yeah.
Kid.
Oh, welcome to the Truth Be Told. Everybody that is up in here, though, we do like to say thank you. Miss Mono, Shaka Boom, Y'all May, Jamel the Trunk, Rattler, Multi-verse Gaming. If I missed anybody, Locked and Melanated, if I missed anybody, please forgive me. I'm trying to run down the list as fast as I can. It's Sister Delta. Welcome again. Welcome back home. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back. I see you got your Karagma shirt on.
Ken, shout out to the Benjamin over there. Y'all make sure y'all go stream and check out the short film Karagma. It's a message. It's definitely a message. So make sure you guys go to karagma.com and check that out. Yes.
All right. So we brought you in for a reason.
We did.
As well. I mean, not that you need a reason to come up in here, but tonight we did bring you for a reason. So go ahead and talk to the people. Let us know what's going on. What we need to know.
Yes. So unseen circumstances, unfortunately, the venue that we originally were going to have the drip and sip told us that they were having electrical breaker problems. So we had to move the venue to our original space that we've been doing it for the past 4 years. Shout out to Live at Wix. He was already waiting for us to call him. So the Most High is just moving the way it's supposed to move. So when the enemy gets mad, when you're doing things that are so wonderful for the mighty one, things happen, family, and I just really have to deeply apologize to everyone that's involved, because this event is not about me. This event is about the chosen children being the light and getting their message out there and showing the world that we're not what the newspapers and the news people say that we are. Giving them a comfortable space where they can come as they are. You know what I mean? And we can meet them where they're at, and they can see people that they actually relate to and familiar spirits. You know what I'm saying? We're all somebody in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the drip and sip is. It's to put our talents, our fashion, our swag, our culture on display. So you can't stop that. So the show must go on. So we're going to be with our family at Wix, and we're going to do what we do.
That's right. Yeah. I can't wait.
Nah, me either. And all we doing is going back home as well. That's all we doing.
And I really was trying to expand this year. I wanted more space. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make everything a little more comfortable, but the Most High didn't see it that way. He sent us right on back to where we're comfortable, where we're safe. We don't know what might have happened. We don't know what the enemy had in store. That we weren't familiar with. So that's on me. You know what I'm saying? So I do apologize to, if that wrecked anybody's plans, if that stopped anything for anybody. I don't know where everybody had booked hotels and, different things like that. So for any inconveniences, I definitely apologize, y'all. I really, really, really can just apologize. It's on me. So.
Well, seeing that it's still going to go on, and everybody is still coming, and I don't see that you even have the need to apologize, Sister Delsa. Hey, we looking forward to the drip and sip. Hey, we can have that joint at Keys Park. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned,
they tried to
you know what I'm saying?
We could be on the corner with a karaoke.
For sure. It's gonna go down. So yeah, for real. Like I seen somebody say, ain't no one monkey gonna stop no show, and that's for sure. So the drip and sip is going to go on. We're going to continue to have us a good time in the Most High, and we'll be at Wix until the Most High, say otherwise.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's where we're going to be at.
Experience has really taught me a lot, about having to trust the Most High. Really, 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 these events and these things that we do, people don't understand what goes on in the background. People don't understand that this is a lot of folks' livelihoods. And it's you playing with people's time, mind. You just, so it's been a learning experience for me. This has never happened to me before. So it's definitely been a learning experience for me and a lesson. I have to lean on the Most High. He's the only one that I can lean on in this situation. And I definitely learned something from it already. So I'm looking forward to it. You're going to be dripping. We're going to be sipping, and I'm going to be lit. So come on, y'all.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about. But since you said something profound, I just want to interject real quickly. You said that you had to trust in the Most High, and the Most High allows these things because you are leveling up in the spirit. And what that means is to the audience, and to break it down and put it in an analogy, I tell my 7-year-old son, he's in there playing the game all the time. And the level been so hard, it's been hard, but he finally get to the end of the level. He don't know he at the end, but he like, look, I got a whole bunch of weapons. They give me all these weapons. And he just don't know he's getting all those weapons because he's about to fight the boss at that level and level up. right.
That's right.
So these things happen, y'all. I wanted to use that analogy because that's what it is. When we level up, man, come on, spiritual warfare is turned up to 100.
Yeah.
But the Most High is testing us to see how we react.
How we going?
And when we react, having faith in Him, He said, "Come on up, let's go to the next level." So this drip and sip is going to be on another level. It happened the way it happened. I'm excited. Me and the family excited. We about to get on this road, y'all willing, and ride on out.
Yeah,
ride on out to Texas, see my fam. I get to see Delta and Sharon and Bobnoth and Shanaim and Reggie Kodesh. And listen, man, it's about
gonna
to
be
be
a party.
turn up for the Most High.
It is.
I wasn't surprised though, because something happened every year. Last year I had a wreck. The year before that I broke my ankle.
Right around the
So you doing good then if this all that happened?
Hey. She's leveled up. Leveling up.
That's for real.
That's right. So yeah, it's all praise to the Most High. It's all praise to the Most High. You know, He chooses the people that's involved. He chooses where it's at. He chooses, you know what I'm saying, what happens and what comes about. So
He's in control.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there you heard it. I don't know if you gave the address for Wix or not, Sister Delta. If you didn't,
but it is live Wix in Arlington off of Collins in Arkansas. The actual physical address is 2405 South Collins, Arlington, Texas. It's a very, very popular spot. It's becoming to be an iconic spot in the DFW area. So shout out to Charwick over there. So yeah, that's where we're gonna be at. That's where we're gonna be at, 2405 South Collins in Arlington from 4 to 9 p.m. Now we're gonna be there till about 10, but you know it's gonna be real lit from 4 to 9.
Right. Gotcha.
Y'all wait till y'all think I dripped last year.
I can already imagine, man.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Surprise performers. We definitely got some surprise performers. We got some drip and sip vets that are gonna come.
Okay.
We got some special ministering going on.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be something part of the show as far as with the podcast. We're gonna have to talk about some of these drips because I know it's gonna be some dripping up in that place, man.
It's gonna be some dripping. It's gonna be some dripping. Shout out to Nehemiah over there at Hebrew Pizza and Wings. They're going to be providing the food at the drip and sip.
What's up? Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, man, we should have brought him on to tell us about them wings. They call blue wings, huh?
That's fire.
Listen, as soon as we touched down last year, it put me to. I was over there to sleep with the after.
Yeah.
It was so good, y'all. Listen,
I'm gonna hit Nehemiah up tomorrow, man, and chop it up with him. Make sure I get some of them wings, man. He got wings and pizza, right?
He does. I don't know if he's gonna have both at the event. I know for sure he's gonna have the wings, but he'll have the pizza over the weekend.
Okay, then bet. Sound good. All right, and I don't know if you heard or not, but I did, so I'm gonna repeat it. There will be special guests, meaning you have to come to see who it is that she's talking about. Yeah.
That happens that you just gotta be there.
You just gonna have to be there.
Guys, and it's something. You just gotta be there, guys. So pull up. Don't be saying again, man, I should have went. Man, don't do it because time is short. Things are happening in the world. You need to meet certain people. Come on down to the drip. Right. Get your free sale tickets. They're available on tlhmagazine.net. Because if you show up at the door, I'm not going to be at the door. I'm not going to be doing anything. So you guys need to go ahead and get the tickets because they're going to be $25 at the door. And there's not going to be anything that you can do about it.
Come on, get them.
Get them now.
Going to get them. Let's go. Just to have us a really great time in the Most High. And like Ayob said, I cannot wait, man. And then, too, I'm just going to have the whole week. I get off work Friday. We headed down Saturday morning, man. Back to the city. Yeah. Back to the city.
That's right.
Yeah, back to the city. All right, then. So if there is not any more announcements, we can carry on. Can you hang around with us for about 25 more minutes, sis?
I can kick it for a little bit. All right.
Cool. We got about 25 more minutes to talk about whatever, but not Shala, how you got for us to talk about? What you got?
Well, there's so much happening in the news. And I guess probably what's most chief and paramount right now is, oddly enough, the shooting that happened at the Chiefs parade today. So when the news first broke, all I heard was there was a shooting at the Chiefs parade. As the day went by, obviously, more information comes out, more details come out. And initially it was 15 people injured, one shot. But they didn't give a whole lot more information than that. Now they're saying that it wasn't necessarily at the parade, it was near the parade. They're still reporting one that passed away, and then I want to say it was 9 children injured. So I'm not sure if this was like close to a park or I don't have all the details, but at the end of the day, one of the things that I shared with Sheer is, I don't know if you guys remember back during the Columbine shooting and some of the other shootings that we've had, Sandy Hook throughout the years. It was almost like the day stopped. Wherever you were, the day pretty much stopped. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was discussing it. There's so much, I guess, conversation about what happened, and there was so much emotion involved. When I tell you, I don't think one person stopped in my building today to say, "Hey, did you hear about the shooting at the parade?" Like, wow. It was just another announcement on the news, and there was nothing else. I didn't hear anybody talking about it. As
it's common now,
right?
Exactly.
It's almost like we're getting desensitized to it, and like Sis just said, it's getting to the point where it's common. And if it ain't an astounding number of deaths, you know what I'm saying? Because look, y'all remember years ago, the Las Vegas shooting.
Right.
Like 500 people were hit and injured, you heard about it about 2 weeks and then it was gone. Right. And like you just said, we forgot about it. So now here it is a couple years later, and it's like, we hear about it, and you just go about your day. And like Sis Mono says, it was a blip on CNN, a couple minutes, boom. But at a championship parade, like that's big news. That's a lot of people. Yeah, that's a lot of people. So
they said there was 800 police there.
That's crazy.
So
that's the whole police. I mean, I don't know how big Kansas City is, but that's a lot of police.
It don't matter who y'all think y'all got. When the Most High say y'all get, it's going down. It's going down.
That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy too. The thing, one of the reasons why we becoming so desensitized to it is because every time it happened, they sensationalize it as well. Of course, there was a lot of people out there at that place. When I was watching it, they had absolutely no idea what actually had transformed, as far as, was it an attack or was it just two individuals arguing and a pistol came out and the shooting started. And what I mean by that is that nowadays, every time a gun come out, it don't matter if it's 5 people, 500 people, they're going to make it sound like the whole world is coming to an end, and it's a mass shooting and it's Armageddon. And so people is getting to a point that when they hear shooting, like we're saying, it's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, this is a point where they're trying to get us to where we are so common to it. Remember we was talking about just last week, here in Houston, they was doing a military practice in broad daylight.
Right.
And they say, it's normal if you hearing helicopters flying over your house or, army jets flying over your house. You dig what I'm saying? No, it's not. There's nothing normal about that. But if you start hearing this stuff repetitive and repeatedly, then it will become normal. And what you're not realizing, though, the more normal that become to you, the less and less free you are becoming. They're pulling more and more rights away from you. They're putting more and more laws in on you. We're going to talk a little bit more about the shooting that happened here in Texas, but this is the reason why they're doing this on purpose. And it's like I told my wife, I say, in an election year right now, there is no way they was going to allow that parade to go by without some kind of shooting in it. It's too obvious. That right there was like a debate. You dig what I'm saying? So in football, you can relate to this. You got the offense, you got defense, you got special teams.
Yep.
but it's all one team, right?
Right.
And the goal of the team is to win.
Right.
And so in this arena, what we're looking at with the government, they got different parts of the team as well,
right,
to accomplish the same goal,
right,
the
right.
end goal, right? And a mass shooting is just one part of the team, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. You don't need all three of them to hit a home run to win. Right. But if you could get 2 out of 3 of those, you got a better chance of winning. You dig what I'm saying? And so with the political realm right now, because what was the first thing they get to talking about? Gun laws.
Gun laws, gun control.
Gun control, red flag laws. You dig what I'm saying? That's exactly what they're doing. They're conditioning us. And then at the same time, they run, that's like a campaign ad right there. Because hey, we need more laws. So every time you have a big function, what happened? Pow, 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 shooting.
Yep. That's exactly, those are the talking points that at the debates coming up soon, you will be hearing this incident. The incident we're going to talk about later on, Lakewood and Houston, they're going to be talking about different ones over the years and how do we contain it. And again, like Shug said, the special teams, defense and offense, they're on the same team, and they're accomplishing the same goal. But guess what? They have different functions, different approaches, and they're not on the field at the same time.
At the same time. There you go.
I just think it's weird how all of it played out, like with the whole Taylor Swift thing, with all the devil worship at the Super Bowl. Whoever died was just a sacrifice because it was all there.
Yep.
I mean, they were gonna win. They have been hyping her up, him and her up the whole.
There is no way they was gonna lose. When I think I shared it with this chick made the NFL $330 million over the course of the time she started dating. Over the course of the time she supposedly started dating Travis Kelce, whatever his name is, right? And there's no way in the world Kansas City was gonna lose that game. They owed her
overtime, all that. It was, and then the last play that was made, it was just come on. It was
They might as well put her face on the side of them helmets.
Well, hold up. So there was a meme today that I saw. Someone posted not a meme. It was an old post from Patrick Mahomes, where he posted in 2013, why does Taylor Swift win everything? Somebody would have found that post.
Wow.
Somebody would have found that post. Yep.
And when was it? 2013?
2013. 10 years ago.
Middle school or something. Yeah.
He was in high school.
He was in high school. He's 28 now.
He's in high school.
Wow.
For a long time.
2013.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yo, green mean manipulation. Game mean exactly. Game mean manipulation. Yup.
Somebody say I'm trying to run game. That's what that means. Manipulation.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. I've been saying that the NFL, and my wife could tell you, I've been saying that the NFL has been rigged for a long, long time. But they did a really great job in hiding the fact that it was rigged for a long, long time. And I said, because the NBA, man, you look at the NBA, you can tell the NBA garbage, and I'm not saying that just because I'm old, but maybe so, and it's just a new game. But the NFL, they done got to a point now, man, where they're not even hiding the fact that these games are rigged. I don't know. I'm gonna send you a TikTok, Ayob, of. Don't you know that they gave Patrick Mahomes a whole fresh set of downs in the fourth quarter?
I seen that.
Yeah.
Did you see
I was going to bring that up. I was going to segue into that.
He was a few yards short of the first down, and they panned away and then came back, and the graphic went from third.
No, he had got the first down. He had picked up the first down and a few more. So he picked up 12 yards instead of just the 10 needed. So it would have been like 2nd and 8. Right.
Okay.
It would have been 2nd and 8 because he picked up like 12. And then, like you said, it had second down there at the bottom like it was supposed to. Then the Super Bowl number came up, Super Bowl, whatever it was, came up. And when it came back, it said 1st and 10. And then they showed the marker too. They actually gave him 10 yards. They gave this dude a whole fresh new set of downs, man, in the middle of the football game. in front of the whole world and ain't nobody see it. You tell me that ain't sorcery. That's sorcery, man.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I just don't these and sometimes I guess they either don't care or they don't think we're gonna see, or they just don't care anymore. They just like, look, it don't matter. They gonna buy tickets and buy jerseys, and
I think they just don't care anymore.
Yeah, they just don't care anymore.
Don't.
It's just
too many people. It's too many people that feel like everything is rigged and it's predetermined. So why keep hiding it? It's too much work.
Right.
It's too much work. Keep hiding it. They got other stuff they need to worry about.
That's right.
But you know, I just found out, and I don't know if you knew it or not, Ayo, still talking about this NFL and the riggedness. I just found out that the NFL was actually considered sports entertainment, just like WWE.
Yeah.
That's the only professional sport that is considered sports entertainment as well. Which means that gives the NFL the ability to rig games, to fix the outcome of games because it's sports entertainment.
Well, didn't Arian Foster say several years ago that they get scripts?
They got scripts.
He said he came out his locker after one of the preseason games, and in his locker was a script, and it tells him what week you're going to get injured, what week you're going to say this after you lose a big game and then have touches, what week you're going to have 4 touchdowns, and what you're going to say. Like, it's a script.
Now, don't get it wrong. They are very talented. Though they are some gifted players. But that's just like that's the difference between an actor and an actress in Hollywood on the big screen versus Tubi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
they gotta be the athlete to do it.
Right. I like Tubi, girl.
No, hold on. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Tubi. I'm just saying that's the difference between.
Going hard. They need some acting lessons
Say
though.
Tubi had you caught up in a movie for 2 hours, and when you finish, you like, man, what the hell did I just watch?
But you be hooked.
I can't even get that 2 hours back.
2 hours gone.
But it be the same actors. It's the same actors.
Yeah. I have a classmate that's a Tubi actress, so yeah, I watch Tubi, but I'm just saying that's the difference because the people in Hollywood have generally put in they just do. Tubi, they're not quite there yet. They on their way.
They be giving them African actors a run for their buddies. Say, I was watching the African movie one time. This dude got shot. I bet that dude's still rolling on the ground right now.
Oh my goodness, I've been shot. Did you say that? No, shot. His talk got louder than the gunshot.
Oh, sorry.
I cannot with y'all.
Let's roll over.
Right. Now I gotta roll back this way.
Do not roll that way no more. Listen to me. I am Bin Laden.
That's me. Yeah, man. I finally convinced one of my partners. I'm gonna say this right quick. One more thing on this NFL. I got a partner, man. Dude, been my friend for years. I've been telling him for the longest that them games rigged. He's like, Mo, man, get off of that. Get off of that. He done came around. This year, he done hit me up. He say, they rigged. I know they rigged. Say.
He was telling you years ago to get off of it. Now
right. He told me, he say, next year, come Sunday, he say, I'm going to be on the lake fishing. I ain't watching no football.
I'm telling you, man, it's enough to make you scream, bro.
It's enough to make you scream, man. Look at Baltimore. Lamar Jackson didn't even rush the football in that game, man.
Not one time. After he been doing it, won an MVP this year.
Right.
From running the football, and in the last game y'all lost, you didn't run it at all.
They told him not to. Somebody told him not to.
Somebody's
Somebody told him not to. But yeah, man. So we got a good one lined up.
Yeah.
We really do. Sister Delta, we want to thank you for sharing this time with us.
Thank you.
Can't wait till you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Man, I can't wait to
see
y'all.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm excited. It's my first one.
That's right.
I'm gonna have a good time this time now.
Yeah, because you're normally working.
Supposed to.
Yeah. Who MCing this year?
It's going to be Kinfolk D. Ray. He is a very popular host out of the DFW for Fort Worth. He's been around a long time, and he is definitely a professional.
Yeah,
So
Gotcha.
Yeah,
a good time. He's a professional.
Yeah, we just followed each other on Instagram. On
Okay.
IG. I checked out his profile. He got a couple solid singles too.
Yeah, he do.
Pretty talented brother, man. Yeah, pretty good brother.
Been an artist for a while, so I'm looking for.
Okay, so he make music. Okay,
he do.
Yeah,
he makes music. He hosts. That's his thing. That's what he.
It would have been great for him to come to the show, Delta. You see,
it would have. I don't even know why I didn't even think it would have. But y'all, but that's okay. Y'all gonna interview him at the Dripping Cell.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Israel, you was supposed to have been here as well, man. We're gonna have to get you on here soon. I thought you was, we thought we was gonna get you on this year. You are gonna be in Dallas, right? If you still here with us, man, let us know you're gonna be in Dallas because you're another brother that I want to meet, man. Been dealing with you on Facebook for a while. I want to meet my brothers that I know only on Facebook so I can put a face to these cats, man. And
have you met John yet?
I haven't.
Okay.
Well, he was there that year I was there, I believe. When he
first one.
I haven't. Ayob interviewed him though at the F3.
Yeah, we interviewed him at F3 last year.
Okay. Maybe that's why. Yeah, because you didn't make it. That was right. Okay.
Right. Most I blessed say the same. I will be in Atlanta this summer.
On July 7th, it's up. It's up in Atlanta. We doing it in the air. We gonna get a little rest from the drip and step, and we turning back up in the air.
That's the plan. That's the plan to be there this summer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's get this thing going. We finna go ahead and hit this first music break. Sister Delta, we thank you much for stopping by. Yes, ma'am. I will see you this weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, then. And y'all don't forget that the Drip and Sip will be in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it.
Hey, get over here, son. Yeah. Hold it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hey. Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Trapping out the kitchen like I'm whipping out the pirate. Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Trapping out the kitchen, nigga. Hey. I ain't come here to play around with you down, get your eyes on the prize. I read the book and it said we win. Don't get caught in folks telling lies. Don't get caught in folks telling half of it. Next thing you know, they tell it backwards. Roll you up like a backwood. You up and smoke like that pack good. The shit be selling my dog. Time for us to make a kill on my dog. I ain't talking blood spilling my dog. Haters out the way I'm chilling my dog. But never scared to get my hands dirty. ABT, TMH, he's worthy. 3MG, TLH, we working. Get out the mud like my G first did. I'm going legacy. That's why I raise up this black flag. Whatever the weather ahead of me. Got my black ones and my black bag. Come high water, never see hell. Try to test my shore, you gon' see shells. Come high water, never see hell. Try to test my shore, you gon' see. Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Trapping at the kitchen like I'm whipping out the pirates. Never afraid to whip it, ayy. Stick to the business, yeah. I ain't never switching up, even if it's tough. Won't see me jump ship. Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Ain't worried about the violence, we silence in the sirens. And we can't hear you. Overall, it's winning. And we ain't fit to stop now, we near the ending.
Took a little minute to get it. Ashamed of the way I was living. Took heed to the word and it's written. Heard the word in my heart and it pricked. They like, yo, man, you talk a little different. I'ma walk in the spirit. Most high to the book, we gon' merch. Trying to go from worthless to perfect. Which one are you working? You won't live once but could die twice. Don't be one of them blind mice. Meditate on the script, get your mind right. I was rocking the limelight. Man, they been hated Christ. Saw the earth, taste it. Who preserved the drunk or wasted? Who enduring the chasing? Got a vow in your head, don't break it. Adam still beguiled by Satan. Serpent in the grass, go rake it. The bread of life, we gon' break bread. Living water, no chaser. All this thing to the maker. Most high give it the straight.
Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Trapping out the kitchen like I'm whipping out the pirates. Yeah. Taking what's mine, you can call me a pirate. Trapping at the kitchen like I'm whipping somebody out. Y'all know what's happening.
Yeah.
All right. It's that Pirates.
Oh, yeah, that Pirates hit. Pirates hit.
They call that true trap music. TT. Yeah. All right then. I guess Bernard Shala, how you say we about business tonight. She standing on bitch. All that.
10 toes down. She got the graphic up and everything.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll be quiet.
Oh yeah, but we got a good one tonight for you guys. Beyond critical race theory, and everybody know. If you're not, some of our, we are streaming live on Facebook. Our Facebook audience, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Nasaya TV audience and the YouTube audience may be pretty familiar.
Right.
We don't stream on. We just started streaming on Facebook Live. So, the Beyond Critical Race Theory is just where we teach our community, our family about things you may not be taught in school, or things we have to reiterate and dig a little deeper for something you may have heard back in grade school or college and may not have heard or divulged the correct information. So Beyond Critical Race Theory is this segment is what we learn. I learn just like this one. Most of the time it's something I've heard before and to find out a whole bunch more, or something I've never heard of about our community that that I need to learn. So we all learn together in this segment. And yes, so Beyond Critical Race Theory this week, you can see it, and the ticker across the screen is Walter Moses Burton. Never heard of this gentleman, and we're going to get into it. Walter Moses Burton was the first so-called African-American elected sheriff in the United States, Fort Bend County in Texas in 1869. Yeah, that's why I asked you earlier. I was like, have y'all heard of this? This crazy. Man, because all you hear about 1869 is the Emancipation Proclamation and the end of slavery and the Civil War. But this guy was elected sheriff, guys.
Wow.
He served as sheriff and tax collector until 1873, using a so-called white deputy to arrest lawbreakers due to the racial unrest of that period. Walter Moses Burton was brought to Texas enslaved from North Carolina at the age of 21. He was enslaved by a planter, Thomas Burton, who owned a plantation and several large farms in Fort Bend County, Texas. Thomas Burton sold Walter several large plots of land for $1,900. Let me say that again. Thomas Burton sold Walter several large plots of land for $1,900, not $19,000, not $190,000, but $1,900. That's crazy. That's crazy. They didn't say what the $1,900 and the plot of land would be equivalent to today, but I'm sure it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
at least a little bit of land. So let's keep going. This land made him one of the wealthiest and influential blacks in the county. He became involved in politics as early as 1869 when he was elected sheriff and tax collector. He was the first so-called black sheriff elected to office in Texas and the first black elected sheriff in the country. Along with these duties, he also served as the president of the Fort Bend County Union League. In 1873, Burton campaigned for and won a seat in the Texas Senate from 1874 to 75 and from 1876 to 1882. In the Senate, he championed the education of so-called black people. Among the many bills that he helped push through, listen to this. This is important. Among the many bills that he helped push through was one that was called for the establishment of Prairie View Normal School, which is known today as Prairie View A&M University.
Wow.
The HBCU. Never knew that. Crazy. In the Republican Party, Burton served as a member of the state executive committee at the state convention in 1873, as a vice president of the 1878 and 1880 conventions, and as a member of the committee on platform and resolutions at the 1892 convention. His first term in the Senate was shortened by a contested election, as well as the calling of the Constitutional Convention of 1875. Consequently, Each name received votes in various counties of the district. In January 1874, he was granted a certificate of election from the 13th senatorial district, but a white Democrat contested the election on the grounds that Burton's name was listed 3 different ways on the ballot. The Senate Committee on Election at first recommended the seating of the Democrat candidate, but later reconsidered its decision and based the outcome of the election of the intent of the voters who cast ballots for the different Burtons. The Senate confirmed Burton's election on February 20th, 1874. By that time, half of the first session of the 14th legislature was over, and the second session was abbreviated because of the call for a constitutional convention. Burton ran for and was re-elected to the Senate in 1876. He left the Senate in January 1883, and upon the request of a white colleague, was given an ebony and gold cane for his service in that chamber. He was the last black senator elected in Texas until Barbara Jordan's electoral
Wow.
1966. Walter Moses Burton.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's crazy. Walter Moses Burton married Abby Hattie Jones on September 26, 1868 in Fort Bend County. In 1869, the couple had one son, Horace, who died in 1895. Burton remained active in state and local politics until his death on June 4th, 1913. He was buried in the Morton Cemetery, where Maribel B. Lamar, Jane Long, and Clam Bassett were interred in Richmond, Texas in 1996. In 1996, the Fort Bend Independent School District named an elementary school in his honor. The school is located in Fresno, Texas, and their mascot is known as the Burton Sheriff. Walter Moses Burton, y'all. I never knew that, man. So yeah, right there in Texas, never heard of it. He's got a school named after him. He was, while we were just coming out of the Atlantic slave trade and emancipation and Civil War, this guy was in the Senate and running for sheriff and winning elections. And as you can see, like I read, the only way they could beat him out and make him have to run again was saying, hey, his name was 3 different ways on the ballot. That ain't right. And then it got contested and he won anyway. So yeah, Walter Moses Burton. What's your thoughts on that, guys?
Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
I just wanted to say, not only is it in Texas, it's down here where we at. Fort Bend County is down here close to Houston, man. It was interesting to me as you was reading that. I don't know how many people caught it or not. The Democratic Party was the party that was against him, meaning that he had to been a Republican. If you go and check your history, we didn't even flip to become Republican until Martin Luther King and the civil rights and all of that stuff there started coming about with John F. Kennedy and stuff like that.
Lyndon B. Johnson, yep.
Lyndon B. Johnson, exactly. This is when we flipped. And when you go through the history of politics, I don't want to make this political, but I do have to let this be known because my wife says something, and I know she's not the first to say it. It's something that's always said, but I hear my wife saying it a lot. If you don't know your history, you are doomed to repeat it. When you look at the history of the Republican Party was the only party coming up out of slavery that even looked at the Negro as a real man, believe it or not. If you don't believe me, go check it for yourself.
The Republican Party.
The Republican Party, exactly. When coming up out of slavery, it was the Republican Party that said we need to give the Negro money and land in order for them to be able to sustain themselves. Coming up out of slavery, it was the Republican Party that had the Negroes back. And it was the Dixiecrat Democrat Party that had always tried to hold us back. And even when they made it look like they was on our side with civil rights, when you look at it, they did the exact same thing that they always did, which was held us back. It was the Democrat Party. Let's give them this. Let's give them this. Let's give them this. Let's give them this. Let them have this. Let them have this. Give them this and give them this. And then we're going to take this here away from them. Look, you know what that do when people give you? It makes you LAZY. Did I say it right, baby? Okay, then. It makes you lazy.
She lazy. That's right.
It makes you not want to. And that's where they got us right now.
Yeah.
So there is really a difference between left and there's a difference between right. Look, I don't vote. I feel like I always got to put that out there. I'm not for this president or this president. I ain't for none of them. You dig what I'm saying? But there are principles behind both of them. And leftism is not for you. I don't give a care how much they say that they are. They want to. What they want to do is take care of you. That's what they want to do. Go ahead, or my wife or whoever. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So you did kind of turn it into a political rant, but I just think it's interesting a lot of the history that we have that they don't teach, right? You know, there's this the whole reason we even have this segment beyond critical race theory is because they didn't want to teach Black history in school anymore. We have this 1 month dedicated to us, and that's about all we gonna get. And they always talk about the same big thing. I think you guys talked about this last year. I literally believe you guys said the exact same thing last year. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks,
George Washington Carver.
Like those are the main three. They really don't like to talk about Malcolm X. Every now and then he'll come up in some of the more radical places, but they don't like to talk about any of the history of the things that we as a people have done for this country. Besides just building this country on our backs, there are so many things that we have done to make this country what it is, the infrastructure of this country and the government, if you will, the things that they put in place. A lot of it came from our books, right? Mm-hmm. So it always amazes me when I hear stuff like this about how we were maybe not so much thriving, but how we had seats at certain tables, right? And then now look at where we are. Any seats that we have at the table, it's because they're handed to us through what is it called that they're starting to get rid of? I'm having a brain freeze right now.
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action. I cannot stand affirmative action because at the end of the day, affirmative action, all it boils down to is if there's a certain number of people that are supposed to be in a job, if they got to hire 4 people, they got to make sure one of them looks like us. Right. They have to, whether that's the best person for the job or not.
They have to.
But this was definitely a interesting story. I did not know this, and like you said, it's interesting because especially since it's in Texas, I did not realize that this had even happened. And I usually consider myself to be pretty up on stuff like this, but that was a good one. That was definitely a good one.
Pretty good, yeah, pretty good to know, man. It's I mean, Lyndon B. Johnson said it best when that stuff was going on back in the the 50s and late 50s and 60s with MLK and John F. Kennedy and Edgar Hoover and the CIA and the FBI. He said it. He got, Lyndon B. Johnson got upset. It was like, they keep messing with me, I'll have them vote Democrat for the next 50 years.
Yes, he did say that. Yep.
And because they know, again, like Sher said, to land back real quick, Republicans wanted to give us our money and our land because they said these are men that work for this country. They built it, give them their land and their just due and their money. Democrats is like, well, no, give us the money and the land and we'll give y'all programs that's going to help y'all and teach you to do right. And
we fell for it.
And we fell for it. And look what we got today. So, and look, Andrew Jackson, they wanted to, they had wanted to give us the 40 acres and a mule. Andrew Jackson, Democrat, vetoed it, shut it down. Like, nah, we ain't doing it because they know that land coming down from the coast of North Carolina through Georgia and Florida, they know in 10 to 15 years, listen to me, it'd have been an empire. It'd have been 1,000 Black Wall Streets.
Man, look at her.
It'd have been 1,000 of them. So they had to veto it and they struck it down. So yeah, this was one of these stories where it was a true eye opener. Like, never heard of this guy. Never.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was probably one of the best beyond critical race theories that we done had, man. And for you to see Fort Bend County too, man,
it's crazy.
I'd have never believed in 1,000 years that they had an elected black sheriff there. You know, if you was to see what Fort Bend County looked like, you would understand why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's but it's like Bernard said, it's amazing to see how we actually did have a seat at the table, and that goes to show too. Before we go into our next music break, we actually had seats at the table, some of the most important tables. And that goes to show too that we the people of the book, because the Most High never allowed us to have seats at the table long enough for us to get comfortable here.
Facts.
It is not meant for us to be comfortable in our land of captivity. It was meant for it to be uncomfortable here so that we could continue to look to the Most High. As he said in the book, as Baruch wrote, for us to remember him and to call on him and remember where we come from in our land of captivity. So he never allowed us to stay at the seats too long, at the table too long, in order for us to get comfortable. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there, man. We are the people of that book. We are a cursed nation, but all praise is the Most High about to come get us. Can't you tell? Can't you tell?
Yeah, buddy, come on with it.
Can't you tell? Yeah. So yeah, we thankful for that, man. We anything else, so we can go into the next song break to come back and get to the topic.
Let's hit the next song break.
All right.
You got my 40, homie.
This world is so cold. I pray you preserve your soul before the door is closed. May grace abound. I know you have your doubts, but you must repent it now, 'cause time is running out. May grace abound. Wasn't literate, 'cause he couldn't count the amount that was running out in his bank account. Chasing clout was a plan to see, but he never sprout out the ground. Water falling down from the water spout, blocked it out. He ain't want the quench, rather live in drought, be without. Daddy not around, mama on the prowl for a house. Spent his whole youth playing cat and mouse, dodging vows. Now he on his own, running through the streets, acting wild. At the homie house, when it made a vow, be devout to the 60 cents, so they put him on, stomped him out. Now he feeling proud, twisting up his fingers in the crowd, yelling rolling 60s script when he ride through your town. Was a rolling stone, so he on the move, up and out, roaming through the city looking for a chick that was down. And he found a girl, led her to a home in a house. He was feeling doubt, but he was aroused. He was down, started rolling up a split, but aloud, calming down. Then he took a deep breath and put his feet up on the couch. Then he sparked it in the air. He quickly turned around to some Paru bloods, putting bullets in his mouth. On the next day, when the news had announced another black male in the gang taken out, showed his pic and you heard his mama scream with a shout so loud it made the clouds cry and rain came down. This world is so cold. I pray you preserve your soul before the door is closed. May grace abound. I know you have your doubts, but you must repent now.
Let me take you to the D, sis.
Time is running out. May grace abound.
Just a little kid growing in the D, parenting. Had him claim the ad for his ABCs. His mommy always set him down, said stay out the streets. But his daddy was his hero when he loved the concrete. It was free. Intrigued by the hustle he would pursue. Learned the game from his pops. He taught him everything he knew, from breaking down the zip to how to double on a flip, even how to weed out the bad seeds in his crew. It was true. It was all about the money at first. He and his boy, a couple dollars while they brown chasing skirts. Started to flirt with the work that he unload on the first. Mama told him that life is priced with a cage or rehearse, but he was deep in it. No 10, 11 care, he creeped in it. And even affected the way that he would treat women. Pistol under the pillow, like he started to sleep different. And he ran off from the plug, something he keep hitting. Ops lurking, pop searching, cause he knew. Gotta protect his youngin', he know that he free fool, but he careless. And all of his moves is see-through. His bag bigger, but his man let jealousy leak through. Ooh, not paying attention. 10 was clueless, not knowing that he was dealing with a real life Jew. This dude just waited one night when 10 got to sipping, telling dog that he loved him. He was Jordan to his Pippin. He had hate in his heart while he pistol gripping. Not to mention that Timmy was getting it with his missus. Damn, he Won't turn to the cops, turn to the ops. Sent the message and gave a locate to the spot. It's getting hot, cause now the ops circled the block. Told Timmy he had to go so he could finish the plot. Timmy heard some tires screeching and the sound of a Glock. Smoke clear, he go outside. They done aired out his pops, damn.
This world is so cold. I pray you preserve your soul before the door is closed. May grace abound. I know you have your doubts, but you must repent now, cause time is running out. May grace abound.
Yeah. That Travis Snipes and Tawab per y'all.
Yeah.
Like that.
Nice. That was nice. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
yes, indeed. All right. We are back. What we got?
Before we go into our next topic, I just wanted to take a moment and ask all of our listeners who are listening to us on YouTube to please drop in and hit the like button for us, if you will. It's free 99 too, by the way.
Free 99.
It won't cost you a thing. It won't cost you a thing. All right. So, earlier we talked about the shooting at the Chiefs parade, or near the Kansas City Chiefs parade. But on Sunday, February 11th, there was another shooting. A woman arrived at Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, and opened fire at an unarmed security guard. Off-duty officers shot and killed the shooter, who was named Janice Yvonne Moreno. Supposedly, she had a history of mental illness. I'm not even going to go into all the other details as it relates to this shooter, because again, it's like wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. We keep having the same type of shooters with the same pattern, the same little issues, incidents keep coming up. It's always, history of mental illness. They always have assault rifles. I've been trying to figure out where these people get these guns from personally. I've never known so many people in my life to purchase assault rifles. So for somebody with a known mental illness, as they report, what makes them so in tune to go buy an assault rifle? Every single shooter we hear about, there's always an assault rifle involved. And I know, what common conversation is, because they know it's going to hit more people, right? But if they're mentally ill, is that something that they're thinking about?
Assault rifle is the nigga of the guns, just to make it plain. They got to make the assault rifle or the AR style,
the main,
or the AR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
they got to make it the main terror talking point. Like,
okay,
there you go.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna drop this off in y'all's lap and let y'all run with it. But I just find it really interesting that yet again we have another shooter who not only opens fire in a big venue, this person also had a history of mental illness, using assault rifle, and the other common denominator is the shooter is no longer alive for them to be able to question.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems like whenever there's a school shooting, the student stays alive and they got a mental illness. If they shoot anywhere else, they kill them and they had a mental illness.
Right.
So I'll just drop this off in y'all's laps and let y'all run with it, because I know y'all are both very opinionated about this one.
I just want to say this real quick. It just had, to me, and I play, in Xbox, PS5, y'all listening, please don't get me. I love y'all. I'm playing y'all games. But I'm just saying this, a woman arrived in a trench coat, carrying a backpack, with a 7-year-old by her side, 2 rifles, and a piece of yellow rope resembling a detonation cord. Like, it just got the ammo of an open world Xbox PS5 zombie apocalypse survival
Right.
game. Like, am I reaching or am I?
No,
not at all.
absolutely not.
Y'all know how they have
Absolutely not.
PS5. You'll be eating popcorn, watching a movie, and then the commercial come on where it be a woman or a dude in the backpack with a little girl or a little boy walking, shooting zombies or trying to find rations and food and stuff. Like, it's just it's wild how sometimes, you know, TV and games and politics. I think a lot of these people kind of, and I know Sheer is going to drive this home. That's why I wanted to this is my thoughts on this. It seems like a lot of people, it may be a little mental illness, it may be spiritual illness, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I think it's a mixture of things: demonic entities, mental illness, getting reality mixed up in the matrix, and you just get diluted, and you think you could just, like, why would you go into that church?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Dylan Roof. Me and Shay talked about this the other day. Predictive programming, exactly. Because Dylan Roof, you say, oh, well, what made you want to go to this church? Oh, well, I just wanted to kill some black people. But, buddy, you rolled from Kings Mountain to Charleston on Wednesday night.
Right.
Wednesday night service is all the churches. You passed 1,000 churches on the way.
In the middle of the Bible Belt.
Right.
It's the Bible Belt. Why that one? So, and then if you get to know the history behind that church, it was a first church erected out of the Atlantic slave trade, and where the HBUs got started. It's a long, rich history. So now, prefacing that to say this, why Lakewood?
Right.
All the churches, why that church with a yellow rope, with a book bag, with your little boy that is clinging? From what I understand, I haven't had any updates, but he's clinging to life.
He's shot in the head.
He got shot in the head. So, and they're putting this on her. The police are like, well, it's her fault. You know, he was there.
Man, wasn't that crazy?
My conclusion on this matter is, I don't know whether it's an immigrant, and I did have a graphic. I don't know if you have that, Banaf.
She stepped out right now. I tell her to bring one up. But you talking about a picture of her?
No, the graphic where it had all of the shooters in the past few years have been transgenders. And I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. Did you pull that up? Okay, then. Yeah.
I sent it to the email. The podcast email, that and we could see the name.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find it while you talking.
But, and I know you're gonna touch on this, Sheer. But yeah, apparently she had some run-ins with the law before and had been locked up and had a dude name. So now you have Janice Yvonne Moreno, a woman name. In her mugshot, you appear to be a woman, but I guess, you know, she was in transition. So it's like, I don't know, it's like all of this stuff, man. And again, like Banath was saying earlier, you had the shooting in Kansas City, and that one was kind of glossed over because this one kind of took the stage. And I guess just because it's Joel Osteen and Lakewood Church, and, you know, one of the biggest churches, one of the top 4, top 5 biggest congregations in the nation. So this story gets a lot of the hits, a lot of the clicks, a lot of the views that everybody's talking about. But it just makes you wonder. As soon as I heard it, I just thought about a new game coming out, and it's the trailer or commercial. I just seen the what up? That's my guy Tom McNeil, and he used to go there in Houston. He used to live in Houston, and it's a large congregation. But from what I understand, she went there in the afternoon for the start of the Spanish services that don't normally carry that many folks, that many members. Okay, there it is. Thank you so much. And shout out to Jeremy Yaram Yah, servant of Yahweh Shah, on IG for posting this. But it said the Colorado Springs shooter was non-binary. The Nashville school shooter was trans. Aberdeen shooter was trans. Denver school shooter, trans. Our school shooter, transgender fluid. Lakewood church shooter, trans. So it's, you got, if you, and I know you're going to take this and wear it out, but am I wrong if I'm saying you got, again, election year. So you got all these topics, all these hidden points, all these talking points for these debates. And for each wing to say, look what we're saving you from, or look, we got to show love to this community. And this, I mean, you got the gun control, you got trans, and then you got DNA all from the jab. And it's just so much of this stuff that's going on. And I don't want to be reaching, but it just, to my conclusion, it just seems like they're wrapping all of this up into one and say, we're going to tackle this in one motion. Like, we're tired of playing with you guys. This is end game. We talked about it the other week, Civil War.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How does other nations, if they know they can't invade and come in with paratroopers over the top, they say, look, we'll just make turmoil on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Leave the World Behind. And we keep talking about that. We'll just turn them against each other. We're having fighting over the most simplest stuff. Yes, and Tone again. He said, what about the Super Bowl ritual? Exactly. So I don't know. This story right here, I'm sure you can unpack. It's a lot to unpack. And I just wanted for everybody to see that point. I just pictured that PS5 game in my head with, how it be in third person view. You see the person with the backpack, with the rifle and the rope, with the holding the little child hand, walking up the street, and it's all desolate. It's all
right
on fire and stuff. That's what I seen when I seen it. I seen that picture. So, all right, bro. There you go. That's my conclusion, man. It's just all wrapping up in one, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. From everything that has been written though about this chick, Genesis, Yvonne Moreno, it's a lot to unpack, like you said. And we just talked a couple of weeks ago about the migrant problem here at the border. We just talked about that just a couple of weeks ago, and it's true to what we said about the attacks on America. Like you said, ain't no country fits to bring no troops over here to go to war with us.
Right.
No country is foolish enough to send their fighter jets over our land.
Right.
No country is finna start just sending, fighter boats out there in the sea to attack our borders, And not only that, when it comes to just us as the people, you have no idea who is packing and who is not as packing. So true to what we were saying just a couple of weeks ago with the migrant problems, in order to attack America, it's going to be from enemies that are already here.
Come on. Enemies
that they are allowing to be here and that they are shipping from one place to another by the thousands. So, and everything that you said and everything that Bernard said is true. And this is what they got us focusing on. They got us focusing on a church shooting. Or they got us focusing on she has mental issues. They got us focusing on, well, she could have been anti-Semitic because she just had a divorce from her Jewish husband and she has problem with her Jewish husband family, and she got Free Palestine written on the stock of her gun. But neither the left or the right, Ayoba, but not Shalahaya, neither one of them is talking about how did she get here?
Right. That's the point.
That neither one of them is saying, why is she here? You dig what I'm saying? Right. And the reason why she is here for her to do exactly what it is that she did, which was to cause chaos. That's exactly why she is here. It's like Yamai said earlier in one of the comments, I wonder what a code word was, right? We could talk about, we done did a really, really great job when it comes to the Manchurian candidate and all of this. You know what I'm saying? We done a really great job on explaining what that in. She may have been long enough. She may have been here long enough. She has been here long enough, excuse me, to have an entire criminal rap sheet. They done built cases on this chick. They know that she got a mental history. She done been to jail for this. She done been to jail for violence. She done been to jail for guns and stuff like this, man. But what they're not talking about, like I said, is why is she's here? It's a bigger problem of her being here than the school shooting, because if she is a migrant, which it seems that she is because she's El Salvadorian, that's a bigger problem than her shooting the church, because if they protected the borders, guess what? She would not have been here.
She wouldn't have been here at all. At all.
I got some numbers. Check this out. As of 2021, there was 45 million people living in the United States that was born in a whole nother country. Wow. Listen to that. 45 million people in this country that was born in another country. Wow. 10.5 million, and I don't know if it's of that 45 million, or if that's another 10.5 million on top of that 45 million, right? But 10.5 million is unauthorized. They over here without authorization. So you got 45 million that's born in another country. Then you got 10.5 million that's over here unauthorized. You have got to ask yourself the question, where is your allegiance to?
That's it.
You have got to ask yourself the question, who are you loyal to? You see what I'm saying? Now, the question that I'm going to ask of this potential 45.5 million people that's in this country that are not born here, that's about 3% of the population in this country. What are we going to do when all of them pop off at the same damn time like she did in San Antonio? I mean, here in Houston. What are we going? That's a bigger problem than if she got mental issues or not. That's a bigger problem. Do you not agree?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. It's like flash mob. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the flash mobs in the malls or in certain those little outdoor shopping centers. You got a bunch of people all of a sudden at one time decide they're gonna start dancing, and at first you're trying to figure out what's going on, what are they doing, and all of them start doing it at the same time. It's the exact same thing. All of them are gonna start doing the same thing at the same time. They all gonna have the same code word.
Oh wow!
They all gonna have the same code word. It's gonna be go live for them.
You know, so while they talking about the red flag law, and I think that's a whole nother issue within itself too.
For sure.
And this is something that they are pressing real hard, is to implement the red flag law. Right now, there's 23 of 25 states right now that already have the red flag law. And what the red flag law is that that gives the government the ability to confiscate your firearms, whether you have committed a crime or not with that particular gun, based on your history or if you are known to have mental issues or something like that. And like I was telling my wife, that what makes that red flag law so dangerous for America is that we know how they always push the goalpost back. Mm-hmm. They never play fair. They never keep the game. They never keep the same rules. When it seems like they're about to lose, what do? They'll change the rules. Yep. So if they bring this red flag law in nationwide and all 50 states have the red flag law, well, right now they telling you that, hey, we can only confiscate your guns if you have mental issues. That's right now. But give it 2 years after all 50 states got it. They're going to change. They're going to push the goalpost back again. What you going to do when they say, hey, we decided that anybody that live in a house with a felon, whether you are a felon or not, you can't have guns. We're going to confiscate the guns out of your house because you live in a house with a felon. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to change the rules. So when they give you, they telling you that this is what it's for, it's just like everything else. They told you civil rights was for you too, did they not? Who benefited from it?
That's right. Wow.
Good old NAACP.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
So
Yeah.
so it's a lot. Like I say with this chick, man, I do believe that she is, you know, an implant just as well as I believe that a lot of them are. And like I've been saying for the longest, one of the ways to destroy this place is that it has to be tore up. And that's exactly what they're doing. You just sent me that TikTok of that sheriff talking. And don't you know that Biden, he said that there are 3,300 sheriffs in this country.
Right.
Don't you know Biden won't go and talk to none of them?
Won't meet with them.
He won't even meet with them. He won't meet with none of the chief of police in any city or any state.
And
I wonder why.
Because what's happening is happening on design with all of these images. He's talking about, sheriffs that's, you know, that has the ability to control the border. He
won't deal with him. And they just had that video that's been circulating is the sheriff out of Butler County,
right,
in Florida, and they have a national meeting each year in Washington, D.C. And remember, we talked about so many times on this podcast that you got to get it out your mind that it's so far unreachable. It's right there. It's president, the governors, down to the mayors, down to it's just the sheriff is just a couple notches down.
Right.
So the president and his staff, along with the governors, the lieutenant governors, and their staffs, they all meet with each sheriff out of each county, not the deputies, but the sheriffs.
The sheriffs that get elected sheriffs.
Elected sheriffs that go to DC every year and have a huge meeting about border control, training updates. And he is like, for the first time, the president will not meet with us in an election year, where you can use it for leverage and say, look, I may be looking high lofty, sitting up here in the White House, but I meet with the regular deputy sheriffs and sheriffs of each county that's connected to the regular people. But he don't want to do that. So again, it has to be something bigger behind him just pushing him out of the way. And you're right, it's this border. He don't want to answer the tough questions because some of them sheriffs gonna be like, listen, what do you want us to do?
Right.
We're outmanned. My man Tony again just put in the chat $372 million to the migrants. Like, come on, y'all. Like
372 million.
No wonder the president like, nah, I can't answer for that.
He can't answer for that. Exactly. Because what's happening is being done intentionally, man. You got to understand it's just like Ayo was breaking the tears down. Even over the president, there is a boss over him. The president ain't. How many times have we said on this show that if you could see him talking, if I don't care what leader is, but the leader is in front of the camera and he's talking, he ain't running nothing.
He's not the one pulling the string.
He's not the one pulling the string.
His strings are being pulled.
His strings are being pulled.
Yeah,
the ones that's in charge are not on camera.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts. So another angle. It all kind of ties into the different conversations and the different views we're taking this. But if most of us believe that this is predetermined, we believe that they're acting, we believe that they know exactly what's going on. If a picture could speak 1,000 words, y'all tell me what this picture says. I'm gonna see if you notice what I notice.
Come on, man.
What do you notice in this picture, if anything? I'll give you a couple seconds.
What, they all got the same color on?
No. Too deep.
Oh,
Come out a little bit. Why are we recording a press conference for starters? That's first and foremost. You got to know that this dude is with this dude. Pretty sure this is his bodyguard. That's
the mayor.
This is definitely the mayor.
Yeah, that's the new mayor. Yep.
But what is Joel Osteen doing? His infamous grin.
Yeah.
This is
that's press for him. That's exactly what that is.
The other thing that recently came up is after this, he thought it was a good idea to invite the entire city of Houston down to Lakewood Church.
See? On that particular day.
The entire city of Houston has been invited to Lakewood Church. Why? You're not going to convince me he's not getting some kind of kickback from this.
Kickback from that?
Because again, go back to what you guys said about of all the churches Dylan Roof decided to go to. He passed up 101 other churches prior to going to that black church. Right. I guarantee you, she passed up 102 churches
coming from Conroe
before coming to Lakewood Church.
That's right.
And in a church that big, you're not going to convince me. Yeah, they had some off-duty officers that stopped her, but you're not going to convince me that people didn't know what she was doing when she got when she got in there. I think the only sad part to me in this entire situation is that her 7-year-old son was shot by police.
Right.
Yes. Man.
Right. And the way that captain worded what he said was ridiculous. We're going to put that blame on her. That's exactly how he said it. We're gonna put that blame. Yeah, we shot him. That's what we shot him, but we're gonna put that blame on her.
You know why? Because she ain't here to be like, no, you ain't.
Right.
That's so they could just, and I got a 7-year-old. My little man just turned 7. And when I heard about that, I thought about him. And I thought about, well, wait a minute. I don't think nobody, me and my wife, we wouldn't pull up to a church with him. So it's got, like I said, something is afoot, man. It's crazy.
It made no sense for her to be there with her kid. Like, I feel like maybe the part of the show or the play that was supposed to happen where somebody was supposed to come get the kid, like maybe that piece didn't play out appropriately because no reason she was supposed to have her 7-year-old child with her.
Well, they considered she didn't even. They say her neighbors say that she didn't even call her son by a name. She just called him boy. That's how she referred to him.
Isn't that what was on? Y'all remember the show Bird? Was it Bird Box?
Bird Box with
is that the name of it? Mm-hmm. She didn't name the little boy, the little girl. Their names was boy and girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is insane. And all this suspicious activity that she was supposedly involved in. The family across the street or next door has her on their Ring camera, seeing her loading up
her guns,
and nobody thought to pick up the phone. Come on now, don't make a lot of sense.
I think one of the biggest things, though, like I say, is that they pushing to get those red flag laws because with the red flag laws, that's going to give them the ability to where they don't have to ban guns, right? Because now they have legislated a law so strong to where we don't have to ban it. We could just take them out of your house.
They've already started small though. If you think about some of the smaller cities, and I'm not even talking about red law. What are they doing in a lot of the not smaller cities, bigger cities? The gun buyback programs.
Yep.
They're trying to get all these people to go turn in their guns. No questions asked.
Right.
They just get to go turn in their gun and they get depending on what kind you turn in, you get a gift card.
Yep.
$50 up to $250.
Yep. And Shaq just did a drive. I shared with Share just last week. He partnered with the sheriff in one of the cities down in the DFW, somewhere in that area with gun buyback. You get so much stuff if you bring your guns to a certain event center. And it's like now you get, again, these celebrities are becoming politicians to control the masses. That's all it is. Using their celebrity.
You got to have your celebrities. You have to, because that's all people pay attention to now is entertainment.
That's why it's important that those celebrities be left and that they be on the Democrat side because they are so influential, their influence is so strong.
It's great.
That so we got to be able to control them. Being a celebrity is almost like being a 501c3. That's a talking 501c3. That's what being a celebrity is. That's why you got people like what's his name that come on at night? I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. Listen to how Jimmy Kimmel talk. You know what I'm saying? Whether he believe what he say or not, he has to say what he say because of the audience, the people that follow him. And that's the same thing it is with the majority.
The station he's on plays a huge part.
Exactly. Yeah, ABC, which is a part of Disney. Disney is the devil,
and they waste no time and let no opportunity pass by where they don't mention that Disney is the parent company of ABC.
Right. Yep. So
keep an eye on this story. I think this is it's gonna get crazy once they dig into her and find out she was a migrant. Oh man.
Yes, indeed.
Oh man.
Well, let's jump into this next music break. I can't wait to get back for this next topic. I'm excited about this next topic.
Dry bones live. It's time to make these other nations eat their word. Come on. Kwam Yashara.
We ain't dead no more.
Nope.
Dry bones rising from the grave.
Come on. Rise. 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 Rise.
So blow the trumpet, cry out loud.
Come on.
Israelites, it's time to come together.
Let's come together, y'all. Hey.
Raise up, Zion, roar like a lion. We don't fear no Abaddon. We already won the battle. Pour your Holy Spirit, write it in our heart, your sanctuary. Save us from evil, down in the valley Megiddo. The righteous will barely make it. You best to keep it real, you can't fake this. Yahuwah, he's a spirit. You can only please him in truth and spirit. So put on your armor with praises. We honor Yahuwah. Yahuwah. We ain't dead no more. Dry bones rising from the grave. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. It's time to come together. Come together. Raise up. Raise up.
What good can come from the ghetto? Hello, here now, once bound, free from heavy metal. Shackles off my feet, now I'm mashing on the pedal. Chasing the highest calling, that is why I never settle. Our ancestors had affection for heathen nations ill. So they rejected Yah and decided to rebel. So they threw them curses on them. So does to everybody, yet nobody really want us. Scattered the four corners. 400 years for these dry bones alive. Trying to navigate slavery with hate on every side. Now that we are alive, gotta let the flesh die. That's prophetic of the day, we take it in the sky. Until the trumpet blow, keep your oil filled. Prayer and meditation, develop like a skill. I speak revival, let the righteous be filled. I speak deliverance, let the sick be healed.
No more. Dry bones rising from the grave. So blow the trumpet, cry out loud. It's time to come together. No more. Dry bones rising from the grave. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. We gon' raise up. So blow the trumpet, cry out loud. It's time to come together.
Yeah, it's been low some time, sir.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that.
Some riding out.
Yeah, I came across that on my it came across the playlist, man, on Apple. Yeah, I had never heard it before. I don't know how old it is. Is it new?
No, I think it's been out for a little while.
Oh, okay then. Okay
Yeah.
then.
I think it's been out.
Yeah, that's my first time hearing it. I was like, I like the arrangements of it.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Yep. But all right then. Let's keep it moving. What we got, Bernard? What we got?
So, do you have a video for this one? Is this the video?
Yeah, I got a video for it.
Is John Boyega?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
All right, Charlamagne.
I've been with the same woman for 24 years. I think that's fantastic. She black?
Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
She black?
Dude, I absolutely
no, because I've heard you speak.
disagree.
I've heard you speak before about your blackness and stuff. So I thought you was one of the ones that were gonna sacrifice your loins to continue in this race. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just check in. Well, yeah, he said it. So I'm like,
explain that now. What happened?
No, you speak about your blackness quite a lot, and,
Yes.
and then obviously I've seen your interview. So I'm like, let me just check that.
Make sure he's.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, that's real though.
Yeah.
I judge brothers like that too.
I'm not judging. I mean, anyone can do what they need to do, but I feel like when you speak in a certain way,
black men got to be with black women.
Yeah. When you spoken in that way,
Yes.
I'm like, let me just check my man. My man's devoted at home.
I'm with you. People that talk so black, but then they sleep white. I'm like, ugh.
Well, have you ever dated a white woman?
Yeah, I have once. I dated one once. How did that go? When I was younger. Yeah, it was all right, but we were just chilling. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing serious like that. So, but naturally,
Could you bring a stormtrooper home?
Stormtrooper. I've said it openly. It's just a preference. Like I like my women black. And I feel just separate from a political statement or anything like that. It's just they fine as hell. They melanin levels got to be over 75%. You know what I mean? Thickness got to be there. Style got to be there. We got to laugh at the same jokes. We got to bump to the same music. It's just got to be a flow.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And you can't have conversations about white supremacy tearing apart black families, but you're not even trying to create your own.
I'm trying to have them conversations where I can talk behind closed doors. Like I'm trying to say, woman, I don't. And she's like, yeah, baby, yeah, you right. That's what I need. You know what I mean? I need her to understand a black man's anger, frustration. I need her to understand when. Certain dudes walk into the room and the energy ain't right, and she's just like, calm down, baby.
That's
like,
right.
Chill. I need that. I need me a black
queen,
woman.
man. I'm with you, King. You ain't got to tell me.
Man, that's
look,
scary.
Let me tell you, to hear him say that melted my entire soul. We don't get that enough. We do not hear that enough. We do not hear men, and forget being in Hollywood, just Hebrew men in general, black men in general, making that statement that they need them a black woman. They need somebody. He says 75% melanated.
Yeah, or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the thickness got to be there. Yeah. Aside from all the other physical attributes that he's talking about, the fact that he said that he has to have that because he has to have somebody who understands when somebody walks in the room and their energy is off, and you have the ability to reach over there and put your hand on that man and tell him it's okay. Because she recognizes what you're feeling. She understands what just happened. She can feel what you're feeling. She knows because she has some of the same experiences, maybe not from a man's perspective, but from a female's perspective, a black female. She understands what it's like to walk in a room and people look at you different. People question why you're there. For him to say that, I'm telling y'all, it melted my entire soul.
I believe.
I ain't got to say nothing else tonight.
I believe it. Hey, boy, she came out the box. She said she was ready to say, look here, boy, Hey, I was about to turn her camera off.
Oh man!
Like, look at her.
I was a little passionate about that one. I apologize, but
Hey,
yeah.
no, I'm tripping on Stormtrooper. I didn't realize he said that. I didn't watch that clip.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he said Stormtrooper though.
Stormtrooper.
Hilarious, yo. But but now I feel you though. Like, I'm gonna just say this real quick, and before I.
Nah, you good, brother? Yeah, we chopping it up now, man.
It just takes me back to the backlash he supposedly been getting when he said that. Now that clip, I remember 5-6 months ago. It's been a little, it's been less than a year. The Jonathan Majors trial, like I thought about that and what his situation is. Another trial that's beginning in March next month. Remember everybody, Courtney Clenny, the OnlyFans model. that murdered, stabbed her boyfriend, Christian Obomseli. I thought about that as well. And what they were saying, I don't think, Jonathan Majors switched up real quick, and maybe he watched that clip because when he got into with that stuff, he showed when it got Megan Good. Like again, Megan Good. There go. Thank you for my thumbs up. Megan Good can do everything that John Boyega was saying that a black female can do. That Jonathan Majors he needed this. Whenever somebody walk in the room giving him bad looks, he want to get, babe, he noticed it before he do. My wife is the same way. Like, and I thought about Christian Obomseli. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer with us. He met his demise. You see what I'm saying? So now here it is, John Boyega saying this, and now people are up in arms and upset. And it's like, you tell us to go back to Africa or go back to but do you really want us to? Like, for real, like, let's just be candid. Do you really want us to? Because if we did, you think y'all could survive?
It's like we said the other day, if we left them, man, they'll be dead within
30 to 45
within a
days.
year.
Within a year, they'll be done.
You know, like the analogy I use, if we was to leave these white people to themselves by themselves, it'd be like taking the sun away from the earth. It would kill them. You know, they need us, man. They need us. Because and that what John said, Boyega, what he said, that is scary. That is one of the most scariest things in the world for them to hear. This is where the backlash came from. If there was any backlash, it had to been from Esau. It had to been from them. It had to have been from them if there was a backlash.
Well, it wasn't from the men.
I'm talking about, the sisters, right? I mean, just think about how that made you feel, right? I'm sure that there was more sisters that felt the exact same way that he felt. They have spent money. Listen to what I'm finna say. These people have spent money on creating a gender war between black men and black women. And it's working out to a T. Look at social media, how we argue with each other, man. How you hear women say that we ain't no good, and how we talk about our women. You dig what I'm saying? And so for you got this brother on this radio station, he said something that was not supposed to have been said, and he said it with conviction. Melanin got to be 75% or more.
75%.
75% or more. He said the right thing. And when you say the right thing, that's the wrong thing against the agenda. He said the right thing, man. Now, let's look at this. Less than 60 years ago, it was illegal for us to even look at a white woman.
Illegal.
Now you got a problem when our brothers say that all he want is a sister.
It's crazy. Like, I don't... When I seen that, I was just like, wow, we got to talk about this because it's so taboo. And we don't, it's for some reason, we don't want to touch on it. We walk on eggshells, but this is what we need. It's like, it need to be discussed.
Dealing with these other women and these other nations is part of our curse as well, man. Look, when you look at our law, man, the Most High don't even want us to mix fabrics.
Right.
Think about that. If you start off with a cotton shirt, everything on that shirt better be cotton.
Gotta be cotton.
He don't even want you to mix fabric. So one of the biggest lies that they done never gave us is that we all the same. That's what they tell us. Matter of fact, I did hear a sister talking about this particular clip right here, right? She talked about this clip. She said him having a preference for black women, I don't find a problem with that other than you never know who you might be missing out on in love. You may fall head in love or with a white girl and you'll never know it because you putting yourself in a box. That's how it's supposed to be. We're not the same people.
Some things belong in boxes.
Exactly. So let me stay in that box with my people. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Look, do we remember the story of Phineas?
Hophni and Phineas.
How that wasn't Hophni Phineas. This was the Levite Phineas
Okay.
that was sleeping with the strange women.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Most High told, what did Most High tell them jokers? He told to kill every last one of them.
Every last, you better not leave not one of them alive.
Kill every last one of them for messing with strange women.
That's what he said.
Dig what I'm saying?
That's what he said.
Because see, these strange women come with different gods.
Mm-hmm.
They not part of us. Their DNA is different. Everything about them is different. And like the brother said, I told my wife all the time, man, this was way before I even got into this truth. I said, man, if I had dated a white woman would hate Negroes after she was married to me. To say, man, I don't know how to come home after work and not talk about white people. Do you understand me, man? After what we be going through, man. So look, man, just to understand, for somebody to be that in tune, to be like, look, man, I got to come home to a sister where I could be like, look, man, can you believe what he did again?
Right.
Is she understanding what I'm talking about?
Right. And she understands and can relate. Not only can relate, she can give you some at the cultural confidence and advice that you need to hear. Not what you want to hear, but that you need to hear, babe. You still got to work. Just calm.
That's right.
You could be like, okay, you know what? You're right. And not get riled up and get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I agree with what he was saying. There's some cultural differences, because what if you seen on TV, a Dylan Roof situation, and you had a woman from another nationality? What is she gonna say to soothe you at that
right
to give you comfort? Like, what would you like? What is she?
There's nothing she can say.
There's not right. So it's just
she can't sympathize.
Right. It's so like this awkwardness that we try to move away from. We need to tackle this thing head on and just say it's okay to be like that. That, like you said, some things belong in a box. Okay, just it is what it is, and not be afraid of the backlash, and not be afraid of what the other they already don't like us anyway. So
what's wrong with us having our own? And this is one of the things I've always said too, is that integration was one of the worst things that ever happened to us. What's wrong with us having our own? You know, I don't know how the makeup is. You know, you in South Carolina, North Carolina, where you at?
I'm born and raised in North Carolina, but I'm now in South Carolina.
You in South Carolina, so I don't know what it's like in the Carolinas, but we got Mexican restaurants here in Texas that's all Mexicans. When we open up something, we can't open up something with the intent of just hiring our people. We always got to let somebody else come work with us. You know what I'm saying? You got establishment that's just all white people. You got them, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with us? We'll go open up a dadgum African attire shop, and then we'll have somebody white in there selling dashikis.
Koofies. It's like make it make sense. Like the cultural differences is so the lines are just so blurred to the point to when, like John Boyega, when you say, look, I don't have anything against nobody, this is my preference, they get upset.
So here's one of my questions. For the people who were supposedly upset, because I haven't really seen anywhere where they're like, I've not seen any social media, Facebook, Twitter, or what is it, X now? Whichever one. I haven't seen really anybody saying that they really had a problem with what he said. Anybody who potentially had a problem with what he said don't look like you and I. Right. You know, I had this conversation with Sheer yesterday when we first talked about discussing this on the show. It's got to only be white women that are upset about what he said. I can't imagine a white man being mad that a black man don't want to date a white woman.
Right.
And only wants to stay in his race. Like, where in the world would you find that white man who is that upset that he has to voice his opinion about a black man only wanting to date within his race. And aside from that, what happened to having preferences? People like short people, tall people, skinny people, fat people, people with hair, people with no hair. What's the difference? How can I not have a preference for a black woman? How can I not have a preference for a black man? There's nothing wrong with having a preference for that. That's what you choose. There are some people who won't date men or women with children.
Right.
It's a preference. You're entitled to that. We have gotten to such a point in this society, in this country specifically, where you're no longer allowed to have an opinion or have an individualized thought about anything. You got to stay with the mainstream.
Gotta stay with the mainstream, and we can't disagree and still go have lunch. If we disagree, or I say your preference is wrong, we gotta hate each other and just
it's a fight.
And now even though the parents are beefing, now the children still can't play together. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
like, what is,
absolutely.
Like,
we can't have healthy disagreements anymore.
Right. I should be able to have a healthy disagreement, and my children's basketball game and your they can still go play basketball together. I can speak and I have a conversation with you. We can wave to each other. Hey, how you doing? All right. You can move, and they can still. Now all is lost. Children
and everything is plastered on social media and that. And you know what I'm saying? It's no longer just you and I who have a problem. It's you, I, and everybody else to know what the issue is and what the problem is. There's another issue as well, though, that was in that interview that I feel like that we should talk about. The very reason that came up, he asked Charlamagne. He said, "You married?" He said, "Yeah." What was the question he asked about his wife?
Is she black?
Is she black? He was like, "Yeah." What was his reason for asking? Because I hear what you be talking, right?
Correct.
I talk this all the time, man. You got all of these people and Candace Owens is one of them.
I almost can't trust her.
You see what I'm saying? How is it that you can have such an opinion on what's right and what's good for us as black people, but yet when you go get married, you can't find one that look like you that's good enough for you to marry? You dig what I'm saying? How is that? How can I trust you, Kanye West? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you seen Kanye with a sister up under his arm?
I don't.
You haven't.
Oh, right. I can't remember.
Did you guys ever see the interview between Jeezy and Nia Long? The conversation that they had?
I caught some of it.
Nah.
So one of the things that came up during their conversation was Jeezy made the comment that as black men, when we go through things, we need to be able to be uplifted by our sisters. We need a sister to be able to reach out to, and he's not talking about biological sister. He's saying a black female that they can reach out to that can uplift them and help them. And initially when I heard him say that, you know, some of the conversations that I had seen on various social medias was that how dare he all of a sudden now decide he want to be with a black woman now that he going through, now he wants a black woman to be there to support him. Because if you don't know, he was married to that the Asian lady, Jeannie Mae. Yeah. He was married to her, and now, you know, they're going through a pretty messy divorce. But at the end of the day, he said he wanted to come back to his sisters, and Nia Long supported that, because one of the things that he said is when she was going through what she was going through with her husband, how black women stepped up to support her,
right?
How black women stood in the gap for her and said, you know, we support you. We understand what you're going through. We're here for you, you know, staying strong. And so he was saying that's what he missed about black women. And so many women gave him grief, specifically black women gave him grief about the fact that he wanted to come to black women. Oh, now all of a sudden, because he going through, he having issues. Now he want to come back to sisters. Don't matter what his reasoning was. The fact is he decided I made a mistake.
Right. And
I need to be with my sisters. There's nothing wrong with, if this is what you did and you learn from it, and now you recognize I can't be with this woman, I can't be in this situation because she doesn't understand me, because she can't feel my pain. She can't help me through these things. It was disheartening.
You had to go through that to understand that, because when you are famous like that, they darn near push white women on you anyway. You think them old ugly white women that Jamie Foxx been with, he chose them on his own? Look at them dadgum white women that Jamie Foxx been with, man. Them women was handpicked for that dude, man.
Unattractive.
I mean, come on, bro. Say. I'm being for real here. I promise I wasn't being funny.
No, I know. I love you out. You just I love it. I love it. But I mean, again, look at Jonathan Majors. Look at Obum Selly. And Obum Selly, he is no longer with us.
Right.
He's not here. And again, just as linebacking off what Banaf just said, that's why our community, what happened to Jeezy, again, with the backlash he got from most of the women that look like him, we skate away from this topic and we go, right. Oh no, that's not. No, we need to talk about it as much as we can.
That's
so
right.
Not
we
just
need to heal.
Nationalities. We need to heal. That we need to heal because those women, and I'm sure some of them are probably changing their stance now. Because Jeezy, he going through it. He is learning. No, it's just not a black woman that'll take you to court and get child support won't have. That Asian lady, she taking him. He going to
take him through the ringer.
She is running him through the ringer.
Going through it, bro. He have to go on a whole PR campaign because this blog after blog after blog that's just trashing him about he's an absentee,
and she is the victim right now.
Right. So again, and again, we have to heal, and this is why we have to continue to talk about this because it's a hard conversation and it's a tough pill to swallow. I had to learn. And I didn't know. And now my wife is 100% melanated. Not 75, she 100.
All right, Shaka Boom.
Off this piece. You dig what I'm saying? And my wife will tell you, in our 4 years of marriage, in a short, quick time, you want to talk about times I wanted to give up.
Right.
She knew what to say because of the ruach, and she knows me, her husband. She knew what to say because she knows what a black male is going through. I can come home from work being kicked all day and be able to come home and she could say, babe, she can be real with me. She can encourage me all at the same time. She gave me the word. And the same with her. She see me going through. So, I agree with both of you. And again, Jamie Foxx and Jeezy, and what's your boy that was with the Celtics, the coach that cheated on Neil?
I can't even pronounce his name.
Right.
Yeah,
like Ume Idoka. Like, come on, like them boys is learning. They learning.
Yeah,
like you have to, at some point.
You gotta go through that because, like I say, it's forced on them, man. It's like if you black and you reach a certain status that white is, you know what I'm saying? That's the upper line. You know what I'm saying? It's like. And so they got to go through that to understand, like you said, that, hey, it ain't just the sisters that's going to put you through the ringer like that, man. Right, because, hey, I tell you right now, I know a white dude, man, millionaire. My wife never met him, but she heard me talk about him several times. Millionaire dude, man. He had a daughter that was going to the University of Texas. I said, me and this dude talked. This dude's told us, a group of us sitting here, man, he told us he had no problem telling us that he told his daughter to go after the black football player. That's what he been training his daughter for the longest. And he had absolutely no problem telling us this here. You dig what I'm saying? And at that same time, there was a young man that we knew that was from the town that we was in, D1 University of Texas, during there for sure to go NFL, man. Got mixed up with a white girl. Career just done fell all the way off. White people that was from the little town that we was from, that was all for him when he was in high school, pulling for him and all of that there. Lawyer, say, man, as soon as he got in trouble with that white girl, they cut him off.
And one of them was an attorney.
cut him off like he was a cancer. You understand what I'm saying, man? Come to find out the white girl lied. Just like when the story came, I told my wife, I said she lied, she got caught, and she trying to get her way up out of it with her, and that's exactly what it was, man. But had the boy bounced back from his career? Have he bounced back? No. So we got so many stories as to why we need to leave them alone and stay with our own. Can you imagine what this world would be like? And we all loved our own. See, when you say that all you want is a sister, when a white boy say all he want is a white girl, that's good. When an Asian say all he want is an Asian, that's good. That's not racist, but that's deemed as racist today.
It is racist.
Okay, well, I'd be racist.
Exactly. But what is racist?
I love my race.
Okay.
I love my race.
It means you an expert at that thing, right? We heard this explained not too long ago, and I love this analogy. Somebody who plays the piano, who studies the piano, who loves the piano, they're pianists, right? That's what they do. That's who they are. So when you love your race, you study your race, you all about your race, you are what?
I'm a racist.
There's nothing wrong with that. What did I say earlier? Some things are meant to stay in a box.
In a box. That's right. I mean, can you imagine a cat trying to tell a dog
how to be a dog?
Come on.
Like, it just like, man, what is I'd be like, boy, if you don't go over there and sit down somewhere, like, what you can't tell me? Like, but we've always listened because we always thought of us punching up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We always felt like we had to fit.
Right. So So now that we're beginning to understand, even Martin Luther King, he was like, hey, I think I've led my people into a burning house.
Yeah.
Which they jump over every Black History Month. They don't talk about that.
Of course,
and everybody will be like, well, what did he mean? And again, it ain't the fact that we don't not like you. We just love our own. What is, I don't understand. Because it's okay when every other nation do it. It's okay.
That's right.
We can't say nothing.
Imagine you going to the store and you coming to my store and you knowing that the money that you trading is going to help my house. And then when we go to buy something, we come into your establishment and we trading with money with you and it's going to help your house. And then your house go, you see what I'm saying, man? Hey, what's wrong with having our own?
What's wrong with having your own, but it ain't, you know.
What's wrong with having our own? Ain't
Black gas stations, black grocery stores, black banks, like,
you hard pressed to find them.
You're hard pressed to find. You know, we finally, I see on IG the three dudes that got the black owned bread company. That's the only one.
Right. Right.
So again, our community, we have to stay just having this type of conversation so we can heal. So now, Black males, Black women, aunts, uncles, we all can understand, because again, over the past decade and years, something like this, we just kind of wiggle out of it and go to sports and talk about sports, and now we sweep it under the rug until something like this happens. And like Banaf was saying, a lot of people weren't really commenting on it. It was a lot of blogs that had people in the comment board
creating stories,
create a narrative.
Right, and it kind of took off and ran, and then other nations kind of was like, well, I see the point of both sides, and why y'all always trying to see the point? Just stay out of it. Let us handle it. We can handle it. Let us handle it. So
if that man said that's all he want to date and that's what's for him, then who are you to tell him otherwise? It's like trying to force somebody who,
if that joker had said all he wanted to date is a transgender, they wouldn't have said nothing about it.
Oh no, of course not.
They would have said.
They weren't interviewing Malik Yoba though.
That joker there. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Whoa, wait. He's probably watching right now too.
Indeed.
That was a good one. Hey, we would like to thank everybody for spending this time with us tonight. Drip and Sip will be this weekend. Truth Be Told Flex Podcast will be in the house. We're going to have exclusive with the artists. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Not Shalahaya, appreciate you as well. Absolutely. We appreciate everybody that has spent this time with us again tonight. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
We'll see him before that. Hopefully we'll see him at the
We're
Drip.
gonna see you in Dallas, man. I'm going home. I'm going home. I got my Triple D hat on tonight. Yeah, going home.
I'm gonna take us out with Pirates, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, that's
with
fine.
The outro. All right,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, hey, get over here, son. Yeah. Hold it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hey.
Boy, I started getting comfortable there. You like that Pirates? Yeah. That's one of the best songs on that album.
Hey, I ain't come here to play around with you down, get your eyes on the prize. I read the book and it said we win. Don't get caught in folks telling lies. Don't get caught in folks telling half of it. Next thing you know, they tell it backwards. Roll you up like a backwood. You up and smoke like that pack good. The shit be still on my dog. Time for us to make a kill on my dog. I ain't talking blood spilling my dog. Haters out the way, I'm chilling my dog. But never scared to get my hands dirty. APT, TMH, he's worth it. 3MG, TLH, we work it. Get it out the mud like my chief first did. I'm going legacy. That's why I raise up this black flag. Whatever the weather ahead of me, got my black ones and my black bag. Come high water, never see hell. Try to test my shore, you gon' see shells. Come high water, never see hell. Try to test my shore, you gon' see. Take it with a smile, you can call me a pirate. Trapping at the kitchen like I'm whipping at the barracks. Never afraid to whip it, ayy. Stick to the business, yeah. I ain't never switching up, even if it's tough. Won't see me jump ship. Take it with a smile, you can call me a pirate. Ain't worried about the violence, we silence in the sirens. And we can't hear you. Overall, it's winning, and we ain't fit to stop now. We made an ending.
Took a little minute to get it. Ashamed of the way I was living. Took heed to the word and it's written. Heard the word in my heart and it pricked. They like, yo, man, you talk a little different. I'ma walk in the spirit. Most high to the book, we gon' merch. Trying to go from worthless to perfect. Which one are you working? You won't live once but could die twice. Don't be one of them blind mics. Meditate on the script, get your mind right. I been rocking the limelight. Man, they been hated Christ. Saw the earth, taste it. Who preserved the drunk or wasted? Who enduring the chase? Got a vow in your head, don't break it. Adam still beguiled by Satan. Serpent in the grass, go rake it. The bread of life, we gon' break bread. Living water, no chaser. All this thing to the maker. Most High give it the straight.
Take it one smile, you can call me a pirate. Trapping at the kitchen like I'm whipping at the barracks. Yeah. Take it one smile, you can call me a pirate. Trapping at the kitchen like I'm whipping at the barracks. Never afraid to whip it, ayy. Stick to the business, yeah. I ain't never switching up, even if it's tough. Won't see me jump ship. Take it one smile, you can call me a pirate. Ain't worried about the violence, we silence in the sirens. And we can't hear you. Overall, this winning, and we ain't fit to stop now. We made an ending. Hey man, it's our time now. The Pirates is here. Let's go. Big homie Yurt. What's that, homie?
Hebrew Bears.
SF5, Sakari. I'ma leave somebody out. Y'all know what's happening.